Okay, we're using the AutoPilot, the latest version around the Raleigh Beltline during like rush hour. Well, it's 6:30 on a Friday evening. There's a lot of cars, so we'll see how it does. This is 2018.21.9. And I noticed that sometimes it's been giving me a lot of alerts to keep my hand on the wheel, but right now it's not doing that. Actually, it's gonna let me bump the speed a little bit too. Let's do that. We're gonna be going by this major intersection up here, which is where I think it's, what is it, 490? It's actually called 87 now. It was called 495. Now they changed it again to 87. This new Interstate 87 interchange. There's a lot of cars here. Then there's the 40 interchange. We're going to be going onto that one. That's going to be a lot of congestion, I already know. You can see right here, it's basically hitting right into red when we get to 40. So we'll see how it handles it. Right now, overall, I think it does have just a general, more accurate way of staying in the lane, and a little bit more confidence inspiring than the previous version. I can say that. Here comes a big truck. Okay, 64 business. This is what used to be the old interstate before they put the interstate through. It goes all the way out to 95. Then we'll get to the interstate interchange of 87. Let's see, how soon do you see the car pop up? There. See, it takes that long for the new side view to pop up. It takes a while. It's really not a side view. It's really out of these front view cameras, these 3 cameras that are in front. It's not really using the side view cameras at all, unfortunately, not right now. See, it disappeared. That truck disappeared. When it went to my side, it should have stayed there. But that's because it lost the view from the front camera. Okay, here, see, they're calling it 495 here, but it's 87. That's what it is. There's not much congestion here, but there will be when we get to 40. Look at this car. See what happens here. I'm sure they're going to cut in front of me. No, they're not. Okay, when we get to 40, we're gonna have to get off on 40. I'm gonna go ahead and use the auto lane change right now, because it's gonna get really congested up in this area. We've got cars coming off with that 495 or 87. Whoa, this guy, whoa. I'm taking over there. I'm not gonna trust that he saw me. It didn't look like that person did, or maybe they didn't care. Okay, I think I have to get over one more lane. We'll move over. The auto lane change is working much smoother than previous versions, and probably the smoothest yet, I'd say, overall. Now this is where the traffic is, we're gonna get it to pretty quick. And we'll see how it handles the rush hour Friday afternoon traffic. We're going to stay in this lane. It's an exit only lane, so it should be guided off onto the overpass. It crosses this road and then down to Interstate 40. Okay. This is it, right up here. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I don't think there's any recommended speed change or lowering for this interchange, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just a little bit. And I'm sure we're gonna be hitting traffic. All of a sudden it's gonna be brake lights based on the map. And there's a lot of sunlight, as you can see. We can hardly see anything on the camera, and I know that AutoPilot's having trouble seeing it too. But so far we're staying in the lane. It just says speed limit 65. We're going 65. Yeah, we're heading out of the sun now. That's the most sun we're gonna see on this drive. Oh, it's got spooked a little bit by the shadows there. I could feel that. It's been doing that on this version. It's been getting spooked by shadows. When you're in sunlight to shadows, sometimes it just thinks it's another car or something. All right, I'm gonna move over. We're gonna have to merge in with traffic. There's all the brake lights. You see them? I don't know how it's gonna react. Let's see. Well, it's speeding up. Whoa, whoa! It's slamming on the brakes. I didn't do any of that. That's all AutoPilot, slamming on the brakes. It should have noticed that. It seemed like it was going to slow down, and then it didn't. And then all of a sudden, it just slammed on the brakes. But at least we didn't hit anybody. Now let's see how we merge in the traffic. We're going to have to get over one more lane because eventually this lane ends, and there may be somebody cutting in from this direction trying to cut us off too. We'll see if there's any kind of improvement there if somebody tries to do that. Overall, this traffic isn't that bad. I thought it was going to be worse. Alright, let's try to change lanes if we can. Use auto lane change. It's not moving over. It's not moving over. That's weird. There was a clear opening there. Look. Giant opening. It didn't move over. So at least I can tell you right now, there's some kind of bug in it, or it's not reliable. Because it should have taken advantage of that. And let's try it again. See, now we're clear. Okay, auto lane change. Okay, now we're moving over. It should have moved over before. I don't know why it didn't. But that was good. That was a smooth lane change in heavy traffic. I don't think I freaked anybody out either. So overall, it's pretty good. The one bad part, you know, back about a minute or two ago was where it took way too long to slow down for the traffic ahead. It should have noticed that. It shouldn't have had to jam on the brakes like it did. And let's see if someone tries to cut us off. That's a common thing in traffic. Because this right lane over here, it ends, so somebody's going to try to cut us off eventually, most likely. I think we're coming to a stop here. And you know, I haven't had to touch the wheel at all here because I'm using the AutoPilot buddy. Also trying to keep it focused on the traffic instead of my display panel, but it's hard to do that. My camera keeps wanting to focus on the display and not the cars in front of me. Alright, now this is where we could have a problem. Let's see. Somebody trying to cut me off. Actually, I guess this doesn't end yet. It's still another exit down the road. In 2 miles. That's why we have all this traffic, because in 2 miles we lose a lane. 1.5 miles now. It's usually only a matter of time until somebody cuts you off, but traditionally down in North Carolina, people have been less likely to do that, but I think it happens more and more these days in this area because most people aren't from this area anymore. Yeah, we're getting really close to that exit now. One mile. Oh, I haven't seen anyone do that yet. I haven't seen anybody cut anybody off. Maybe it won't happen. There's the exit right there, exit only. This is where it's gonna happen if it is. Let's see if anyone cuts in front of me now. I think I've got like 4 car lengths in here for the following distance. Oh, I don't think it's gonna happen. There's nobody even in the area to do that. So that was good, at least we had some friendly drivers. But I also didn't get to test how it reacts when someone cuts me off, or tries to. But there's someone back there, I think. No, they're not gonna. So they were thinking about it. Alright, well that's it for this video, I think. The traffic stops right after this exit. There is some merging traffic up here right after we pass over that road. Maybe I'll just hang on till that happens. There's not really anybody getting onto the road here. Nope, nobody at all. Okay, well that's it for AutoPilot and Raleigh traffic. Thanks for watching. Wait, just when I thought it was over, I do see a lot of cars merging on up here. So let's see what happens. This Just keep an eye on the rear view camera. You can see who's coming up beside me. There are some vehicles pulling up beside me now. You can see them. Let's see how the system reacts. There's one right beside me right now. They're not going to challenge me. The person behind them, though, may go for it. Let's see. Nope, they're not going to either. They were just too intimidating. So there was nobody there.